Let's go.
I have long considered Ready or Not to be the best FPCQ tactical shooter on PC, and with the recent version 1.0 update, it has improved upon itself and solidified for me the top spot in this genre. But it could be better in a number of ways. So the game was already magnificent, with over 15 locations and 7 instances on each one, but today, in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the best new features and the current issues that surround the new Commander gameplay mode. Despite these issues though, and lack of features that currently exist, anyone and everyone who is even remotely interested in a tactical shooter game should really have this title in their library. Should you ever be lucky enough to see it on sale, snap it up immediately. I promise you, you won't regret it. First of all, the version 1.0 update brings with it some much needed and hugely appreciated improvements. The 3 key ones for me are AI squad members now actively secure civilians and targets, and that includes tagging and bagging their drops weapons, which not only makes them feel more realistic, but also reduces the number of missions where I have to go back to search the entire map for that one pistol that I missed. The AI overall are better at everything that they do, and you can issue falling commands now with formation options included, like inline, double, wedge, and there's another one that I can't think of the name of. And perhaps most importantly of all, you can now interact with civilians and targets by getting them to turn around and or move towards you or one of your other officers. Unfortunately, version 1.0 is not fault-free. There are quite a few launch bugs that I've noticed. They're mostly minor and tend not to be game-breaking. I expect them to be fixed in the very near future. Performance, however, has taken a significant hit too. I used to be able to run a solid gameplay on ultra graphics in 4K. This will be improved, I am sure, but right now DX12 performs much worse than DX11, and people are reporting stutter-free experiences by turning off anti-aliasing and running just DLSS.
Go, go, go!
Moving! Flash!
Looks clear over here, boss.
Contact is down! Opening on the right. Light stick out.
Stay here. Do not get in our way. Entry team to talk. Civilian is standing by for trailers.
Going into cover.
Roger. Trailers inbound.
Cuffs are on. Good to go. Got it bagged.
Hey, over here, please. I need help.
But there are heaps of other positive changes and improvements that come with version 1.0, too many for me to mention. For example, you can now send your team to search an area, which again is handy if you are missing that one untagged pistol or need to find another piece of evidence. There's also a feature where, and this has only happened to me once and I don't really quite know how to make it happen again, but a follow-up squad actually came in and started to remove the injured civilians. They were taking them out to safety, which was a really incredibly realistic and immersive moment for me. But like I said, it's only happened one time and I'm not entirely sure how I managed to enact that, but it was great to see. It really was.
Let's play.
Suspect is incapacitated. Suspect cuffed and secured.
Talk. One suspect down, responsive.
Talk to element.
Talk.
Copy. Clean house and we'll take them out.
Safe. Good to go.
And of course, we have Commander Mode, which sounds awesome, but for me, completely fails to deliver. Now, Commander Mode, don't get me wrong, is an excellent idea. Basically, you get to select the loadouts, change appearances, and more. Sadly, there is no option currently to have a blue or red armband or belt, which would help you keep your head straight in combat so you don't mix the two units up. But Commander Mode paints a picture of limited number squad personnel, each of whom can be affected by stress, fatigue, injury, or even death, which it says is permanent. But unfortunately, it doesn't actually appear to be the case. Now, stressed squad members might become too stressed to fight, and if they do, they'll request or perhaps even be forced into therapy, which makes them unavailable for missions. If therapy is fully booked up, a stressed squad member will likely resign. Injured squad members become incapacitated, and unfortunately, so do the dead, which kind of suggests they might get better, which doesn't sound very permanent to me. Now that sounds like a minor issue, but I have tested this to the max. I repeatedly sent the same men into missions which we failed until they were all in therapy, resigned or incapacitated, and yet I was still able to start missions with all 4 men. That's despite my tablet telling me that I had either one squad member available or none at all. Right, this is the big test then. Is it just going to be me and Officer whoever's left? No, it still shows 5 of us in the back of the van, which is a bit disappointing considering how much time and effort they've put into everything else. Yeah, I still have a full squad, so it doesn't even matter. That's a massive shame, as it totally makes Commander Mode a pointless implementation. I hope they can change this. It should be a case that you get to a point where you get fired and you have to start again. But as it is at the moment, that doesn't exist. Irrespective of the cons that I've just mentioned, the maps are enormous. They're superbly designed and they look incredibly realistic. The AI, and I'm talking about squad, civilian and threats, are all really realistic too. They are realistically modelled in terms of the way they look and their behaviours, and indeed by the way that you can interact with them, which is just exceptional. As you might expect, a game with this much complexity comes with a lot of buttons, and for people like me with limited or diminishing dexterity, I highly recommend using a third-party voice command tool like Voice Attack. For me, it streamlines and enhances the immersion tenfold. Now before I sum up, please hit that like button and leave me a comment. It really helps. To sum up, the game needs to improve Commander Mode. We're talking about permadeath, and there's definitely more that could be done with injuries and fatigue. The bugs and performance issues need to be addressed, and I'm certain they will be. And finally, the most important thing, of course, is to add red and blue armbands and belt tags in the loadout section to help me remember which team is which. Now, if the devs are watching this video, and I know they won't be because they've already rejected my review request, I think that adding the ability to instruct individual squad members, and I'm talking Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta, would be a nice bonus feature to work with as well. And on the off chance that they actually are watching, please start selling us more locations via DLC. I would happily pay £2.50 or £5 for a single map with multiple instances on it. This game really is incredible. There's nothing out there right now that comes close to it, and I love this game on a level that just seems unnatural, to be fair. Such a good game, highly recommend it, cannot recommend it highly enough. Please hit the like button, leave me a comment below telling me what you think of the game, and hopefully I'll see you out there one day. Thanks for watching, goodbye for now.